Hello everyone, welcome to the channel, and today I'm going through my top 10 list of P cards, and it's one of the things we're doing in the channel. Top 10 that, top 10 the other, and today is the top 10 P cards that you have to consider equipping for different reasons. But before we go through that, I want to let you know about the news we took in the game, and it's a new event quest with these wire tokens. In the forums they are talking about an alien invasion, and if you go through my community tab into my channel, you're gonna find out that I'm gonna tell you the four more, the more the things that I feel like it's going to be. And one, it's Annihilation, Empire, Galactus, and King in Black Gore. That four. Let's drop your vote there. Like the post so most people could see it, and of course don't forget that we took also. Oh, it's from tomorrow probably. Yeah, they told us that they're gonna give us here the new stuff, and we're gonna have an extra donation thing, and we're gonna get more tokens. So be aware of that also, and don't forget to farm these tokens that the game is asking you to do some things to be ready for the update that is going to drop. Let me know your opinion in my post. I did vote there. And let's go to the number 10 of the P cards. I believe it's the best. It's the number 10, of course. You can't say that it's the best, but it's the number 10. And it's the card I'm missing. Let's go through. The number 10, in my opinion, it's Black Widow. And the reason for that is that the max HP she got at the top with the all basic attacks. Before I go through that, I'm gonna let you know that in the end of the video I'm gonna say some general informations about how to equip cards, what you want to look on your cards, and why this top 10 perhaps it's not the best for you. If you have other cards equipped, you have to consider the things I'm gonna say in the end of the video. It's additional information for people, for new people, for free to play and stuff like that. So this card considered one of the best, because here you could take the energy attack proc, which is really important for the game. You can take energy attack here, and you can take ignore defense or attack speed here. Most likely you want to have in the top stats here, that's why this is the worst. You want in the top two stats got all attack, and as soon as you don't have it, this card is most likely for PvP and the players that want to invest on max HP a lot. I'm not gonna tell about the crafted stats, I'm gonna tell about them in the end of the video also. So yes, that's the number 10. Let's go to number 9. Number 9 is new Avengers card. It's the card you saw me crying in the previous video. I was trying to make it really viable and put it in my account. And as you can see, this card instead of cooldown got ignore defense, but the same thing, it's max HP. Both have in the top max HP. Max HP and all attack is the best stats for your cards. If you are mediocre player or top player, because these stats are not capable. If you have like 50% ignore defense, you can't go through more. I'm gonna tell you the soft cap for ignore defense and cooldown, but that's really important stats except max HP and all attack. So this one, it's the other one, and the best rolls for this, it's max HP. It's the proc here for HP. You're getting 20% HP. That translates as damage for Hulk, but a general and extra HP boost. He can be more durable with that, and he can do more damage. All your characters gonna take benefit with 20% proc for 15 seconds, 20% increase on his HP. It's a lot. Thank you, bro. I can't really right now. The second is the best. It's cooldown or attack speed or energy defense. All three are really cool. Depending if you're capped on cooldown or attack speed, you go for energy defense. And the bottom one, it's the middle one. It's all attack. You want all attack because you're not getting it from anywhere else. And that's really nice card, but it's not the best or in the top 5 or 8 because it's missing the all attack from here. So let's go to the next one. The number 8, it's Uncanny Avengers, number 14, and it's really good card. Also, it's in number 8 for multiple reasons. And here, as you can see, there is all attack, cooldown, and ignore defense. For a new player, this card gonna be out of your mind, gonna boost your stats. You won't ignore defense, you won't cooldown. But for a veteran, you know, these stats is stats that you have already fixed from your crafted stats or from other resources. So you can't really utilize these two stats more than, you know, just having extra stats. In the bottom, the good part is that you can choose between max HP, all defense, or physical attack, or critical rate, depending on what you need. It's multiple choice here, but the best most of the times is physical attack for PvE and max HP, or all defense for PvP. I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like max HP. So for the next stats, you're getting energy attack. So you can manage to have both attack stats, energy attack, all physical attack, and all attack. And that's your main goal in all of the cards you're equipping as a PvE player. You want to have all attack here, and 2 rolls energy attack and physical attack here. And as soon as the card is providing you these attack stats, you're cool with that. The problem is about cooldown and ignore defense, that you would prefer having like all defense or max HP or something like that, that it's not capable. Some stats are capable, some other are not. That's why I put this into the number 8. Let's go to the number 7. Number 7 is Black Panther, issue 166, and the good stuff here is that he got all attack, he got cooldown in the fixed stats, and critical damage. Critical damage, it's another stat that it's hard to cap. You need like 200% on every single character, so whatever you get here, it's not gonna be enough most of the times. So critical damage is better than having ignore defense for a veteran, but worse for a free-to-play. That's why I put it here, and it's exactly the same roles. Max HP, physical attack, all defense, all 3 is usable depending on the game mode. Energy attack here, and all defense, or all defense increase for PvP, attack speed for PvE, or something like that, you know. That's why this is number 7. Let's go to the number 6. Number 6 is Amazing Spider-Man 605, or Baby Spidey, as we're saying most of the times, and it's exactly the same thing as the others. Got all attack in the top, ignore defense here, which is really useful to, you know, having a huge ignore defense stat there and don't want to worry for the other cards. And it's exactly the same as the previous, but here you want to choose like energy attack, physical attack, and max HP. The good part with this card, and that's why it's better than the other, that because you don't really need to choose between HP or attack. You can have everything. You can have max HP, you can have energy attack, and you can have physical attack in the same time as the bottom rolls, and in the top go for these stats there, which is excellent, you know. Okay, attack speed, it's kind of meh sometimes, but still, it's really useful for a lot of players. Let's go to number 6. I mean number 5, and number 5 in my opinion is Crescent. And a lot of people believe that Crescent is not a good card. I've get a lot of comments like that, you know, Crescent is not good, why you have Crescent? I took Crescent, should I destroy the card and reroll my Baby Spidey or something like that? You know, for a lot of people, this card perhaps it's true that it's not that useful because it's missing ignore defense or cooldown from the top stats, and you have like all defense, all attack, and max HP. All attack is pretty standard for every single card that it's top 5 or top 8 basically, but the rest of the options it's really cool because you can have the ignore defense here, you can have the critical rate or critical damage here, and you can have another extra attack stat, physical attack, or energy attack. And this card specific, it's good only for end game characters, end game players, that they don't really need ignore defense or cooldown from the cards, from the main stats, because max HP and all defense are really useful for Alliance Tournament, for Alliance Conquest, and the max HP in the top, it's something that it's really cool. So you don't really want you to have ignore defense and cooldown in the top. The rest of the stats are really, you know, it could be better. You could have both physical attack and energy attack, but you're sacrificing energy attack or physical attack here to get the all defense 10%, which is really important, and 5% max HP. And yes, you're sacrificing some all attack for the rest of the stats, which is really good. Perhaps this card could, you know, you could swap it with Black Panther and Baby Spidey and go to the 7th place. But 5, 6, 7, it's really good cards. This is worse for PVE, but it's better for hybrid account. And yes, that's my choice. I unequip Black Panther for this one to get some more max HP into my account. So let's go to the number 4. Number 4 is Guardians of the Galaxy, best story ever. It's a card that I have buy from the shop that we used to have for 6,000 crystals. There is a video of me doing that into, you know, if you go down and search best story ever in my videos, you're gonna find it out. It was a crazy day. I spent all the crystals to bought it because I really needed some P cards. I didn't have any back there when I did that, like was like 1 year before or something like that. And this card is really important again because the max stats, it's all attack and max HP, the top stats. So you can have max HP and all attack. If you have Hulk, that translates like both damage and durability. So yes, you can have here a cooldown, critical damage, or critical rate. All three is really good. Here you can go for energy attack and physical attack here. So it's like Black Panther and Speed and Spidey, but without the cooldown and ignore defense, and in their place they're getting max HP. That's really better for most of the accounts out there because, as I told you, you are already capped from the crafted stats. You know, the crafted stats can give you like 10%, 11% cooldown here, 11% ignore defense here, and max HP. But max HP, it's not cappable. You can have like 1 billion max HP and there's no problem. If you have more than 50% ignore defense or cooldown in your characters, you get nothing. You get nothing. But with max HP, you're always getting something. That's why this card, it's in the 4th place of this ranking list, and I consider it one of the best because max HP, all attack, and the both attack stats in the bottom is really important. That's why he is in front of Crescent at least. Let's go to the number 3. The third card I consider like best card, it's White Fox, and that's because the unique buff he's giving to you, and that's 20% physical attack, which is like a proc on your ISO set, something like that, you know. It's crazy buff, you want that, and the all attack here helps you, and ignore defense, it's something that you could utilize it, as I already told you. Critical damage is something you really need, and after the proc you can choose between energy attack, physical attack, or max HP. All three here, it's really cool. It's bad that it could be separated, but most people are getting something here. Except resist, everything is welcome. Here you want the proc, and here you want something in between these three: max HP, energy attack, and physical attack. I myself choose max HP, and I was lucky enough to have it on my Fox because I wanted to turn my account more likely to PvP, and I'm utilizing the card like that. That's for PvP but if you want to focus on PvE, you should consider going for an attack stat here instead of max HP. But it is what it is. Let's go to the next, to the number 2. Number 2 is something I'm missing myself. I never saw this card. I tried a bit. I've spent like 20,000 crystals at least for this card. Never saw it. I saw 2 others from this set. It's for super duper whales. Only really whales can have it. It's not from the the event tokens. You can't get it. You have to gamble for sure. And there is no guarantee that you're gonna see this card ever. Like me, you know. And the really good part of this card is that it has physical attack energy attack, and all attack as fixed stats that you would want to roll from the other cards. Here it's ready and waiting for you. And having physical attack and energy attack 11%, it's like you're having all attack 11% and extra 5% 11. So it's the only card that provides you with 16% all attack. In general, there is no other card giving you that many stats. If you have a perfect roll in the other cards, you could get the same, but you need to have the perfect roll, both energy attack and physical attack in the bottom. Here it's fixed, you can have this from the start. There is no extra proc or something crazy. All defense, it's cool here. Max HP is the best for this one. And you can have ignore defense or something else here. But because all the main reason for the card, it's the attack stats. You know, this card is really important for whales and high end, end game accounts. And perhaps for some players it's not even useful because you won't ignore defense or cooldown through your stats. But this one considered as the second best card in my opinion for this list I'm making. And let's go to the number one. Number one is Luna Snow card, and that's because pretty much the same reason I like previously. Got 2 attack stats as fixed, and one of these is all attack, so it's even better from the previous card. And you're having critical rate here, which is worse than all attack in the previous card, but you're getting an extra 20% energy attack, and that's really huge. Because 20% energy attack has, boost a lot of your characters. Most of your characters got energy attack. No, it's 50-50, physical attack and energy attack. But consider that energy attack most of the times is the most characters you're using as ABX meta, World Boss Legend meta. If you go through your account, you're gonna find out that energy attackers is the ones that doing all the job for you. And that's why this card is considered one of the best cards, because the other card you could have, the energy attack proc, was Black Widow in the start. So you have to sacrifice all these attack stats to have some max HP and have equipped Black Widow. And for the rest, it's max HP and all defense. That's why I'm aiming for, but I feel like I have max HP and something else. I can't really. Basically, you know what? Let's go and see what I have. Yes, I have Mind Resist. Okay, no one's perfect, but yes, this card is the number one card 100%. And now, guys, that's what I was saying that I'm gonna tell you. This list is, you have to consider this list only if you are aware of the stats. You need to have how to utilize the crafted things here. And as you can see, you won't most likely have, it has nothing to do if the quality of card is 6, 7 or 5 or something like that. You want to have crafted stats, and that I was saying about cooldown and ignore defense that are all not really useful. It's because you can have them from crafted stats. You also can have all attack, but it's not capable, and max HP also. So this stats is not capable. That's why you want to have, as an end game character player, you should have dodge here or ground control, depending on your stats. Here, max HP 100%. Here, ignore defense 100%, or ground control if you are capped on ignore defense. Here, all defense or critical damage, both are really nice depending on your stats, but all defense it's not capable, so all defense. Here cooldown helps a lot, but critical rate is another cool option, and here all attack. That's all the stats you want every single time. If you don't have them, don't worry, look at me. I'm having a carrier like a whale, dolphin, and I'm having all this resist. Is this having me any trouble? No. If you have cards with blue stars, but you have the resist, there's no problem. All you want, the blue stars, it's for 5% pierce here. And yes, you would rather having other stats, but you're not gonna spend P cards to reroll this to have a perfect roll. This thing fits really cool. And what I was saying about having capped and being capped and all this stuff, it's pretty much here, guys. If you see here from my cards, I'm getting 46% ignore defense. That's a lot. You don't want like that. You want like 35% ignore defense, 30% cooldown. I'm having 29.5 cooldown duration, and the rest of the stats you want to have similar to 20%. Attack speed for me 38 here, it's disgusting. Critical rate here, it's so low. I would like to have like 20%. Critical damage, it's quite decent, but I would like to have like 30%. And the rest, max HP and all defense and physical attack, energy attack, and all attack is the ones that matters at the end. As you can see here, it's the energy attack proc, the physical attack proc, and I'm missing the HP proc. These cards I have equipped here. If we swap Baby Spidey and put the one I'm trying to build here, it's the best set for hybrid, you know, having both worlds, PVE and PvP, really good. Because the cards I have choose got max HP as a fixed stat here and all attack. So I'm not losing all attack, but I'm getting. So if you're a brand new player, there is plenty of cards that you could utilize to have, first of all, cool down on your cards and ignore defense. I mean, this card is not bad. Black Panther is not a bad card, but because there is physical attack in the top, makes your account more focused on physical attack. Of course, you could have a perfect roll here and having the energy attack, which is oh, there's no energy attack somewhere. Okay. I mean, if you have this card, I'm not telling you to destroy it. It's not bad card. Don't get me wrong. We're getting like 1 P card per month. You should farm them. You should get the cards. And you have to utilize the stats. You want to have 30% ignore defense, 30%, 35% ignore defense, 30% cooldown. And the rest, you can find out by looking at your characters and see, oh my god, my Thor stats needs a really needs a boost. As you can see here, even if I miss 9% ignore defense from my cards, my character gonna be cool. So I'm saying, you know what, I could sacrifice some stats from my cards and, you know, take the ignore defense, give some max HP. So that was it. If you want me to do a more how to dedicate video about P cards, about cards in general, you know, there is normal cards out there that's really worth it. I mean, this card is the best free to play card because there is physical attack proc, there is all attack in the top, cooldown, and you can go through and be really lucky having max HP here and having physical attack here and energy, no, physical attack or energy attack and something like all basic defense here. That could be lit, but the card can't be crafted. So that's why you prefer always the crafted cards, because the crafted stats gets you a really huge boost in your account stats in general. And that's why how you end up having all these numbers I'm having here. And even the resist that you are getting from your crafted stats, as you can see, they add up. I mean, I'm having 30% lighting resist. Oh my god, what a problem. What a problem. Oh my god, is this a problem? Oh no, it's not. Because if you have this thing here, look at this. It gives you more lighting damage depending on your lighting resist. Okay, let's see another problematic stat I have. Oh, it's the fire resist. Fire resist 36%. Mephisto is not doing any damage on my account from the start. If I use like 2 strikers for 20% fire resist, I'm getting no damage at all. So the resist stats is not that you choose, but if you have them, keep them. Don't go crazy and roll your P cards for a perfect roll. Equip the cards, roll them after the equip. It's not big of a deal, you know. I was holding cards, I was getting nervous, and you see me yesterday. I get safted even after 85 rolls of my card. I didn't get the 7 quality I wanted. I mean, you know, play the game, craft the cards you already have, fix the stats, go for 50% ignore defense and 50% cooldown on all of your characters, and you're gonna see a huge buff in your account without giving him all attack, without giving him critical or whatever. Ignore defense and cooldown is the ones that gonna make you shine out there. Let me know down below in the description, what are you grinding on? What are you believing on me getting a new video on how to equip cards and what you should focus as free to play or a new player? Let me know your opinion. I'm gonna pin a comment to let me to answer there your opinion about that if you want to see that. And yes, if you have a different tier list, a top 10 list, oh my god, please drop it down below in the comments. Tell me your opinion. That's why always matters your opinion to get me thinking and being better. See you in the next one. Bye bye to everyone, and I hope I make your day and you know what to do now. Bye bye to everyone.